So at this particular stage, we're all basically just waiting for the notification that says the San Francisco 49ers have traded Brandon Aiyuk to the Pittsburgh Steelers. But until then, it's nothing but rampant speculation. You know, we got another breaking news report from a Pittsburgh guy saying that the deal's done, and then all the insiders come back and say a deal is not done. However, Pittsburgh does look like the most likely landing spot for Brandon Aiyuk in a trade with the San Francisco 49ers. So, we know that's crystal clear. Brandon Aiyuk probably will be a Pittsburgh Steeler, barring some miracle that would keep him on the San Francisco 49ers. Now, you have Ian Rappaport talking about this and this is like a perfect example of why there is a place for your Schefters, your Rappaports, your Garafolos, your Palaceros, is because you can see how easy it is to get out on the internet and spread whatever report or breaking news you want without it being substantiated. So one of the things that we do know about these guys who do this for a living is they don't put anything out unless it's been substantiated. Now, it doesn't mean it always comes to fruition. They can have things change. It happens all the time. So with Ian Rappaport, as it stands right now, he is basically saying that Brandon Aiyuk will most likely be a Steeler. But I think the interesting part about what he said on NFL Training Camp Live was about the compensation, because that appears to be what is holding up the deal. From everything that we've heard, the framework in the sense of a contract is in place. Brandon Aiyuk has agreed to it. Brandon Aiyuk has accepted the contract from the Pittsburgh Steelers. So this one's a little bit different than what we had heard prior with New England. What we had heard with the Browns is that the 49ers had accepted the framework for the trade. They accepted the trade involving picks and potential players from both teams. And it was Brandon Aiyuk who hadn't accepted the contract. So this time it's flipped. Now Brandon Aiyuk has accepted the contract. It is now between the Steelers and the 49ers to agree to trade compensation. So Ian Rappaport is saying that the 49ers will most likely get draft picks in return for Brandon Aiyuk. So what does that mean? Again, this isn't confirmed. This isn't official. This is projection, I guess you could say, at this current state of the situation. So let's say that's the case. Let's spin on it for a little bit. Let's say the San Francisco 49ers trade Brandon Aiyuk for 2025 second and third round picks. How do you feel about that? Even if it was a 2025 first round draft pick, that means you're trading away your number one wide receiver away for someone who will not help you this year, will not be someone who contributes to a team that has Super Bowl aspirations. And from everything that we've seen from training camp, the San Francisco 49ers miss Brandon Aiyuk on the field. You just heard Deebo Samuel at the podium say how weird it is without Brandon Aiyuk on the field, because of each one of them demands a certain level of attention from the defense. And when you don't have that person on the field, it changes how defenses play an offense. And Deebo Samuel talked about how when he played against the Giants in week 3, how weird it was not having him out there, just because he had gotten so used to, playing with BA and what that looked like and all those different things. So I don't know. It just, if you're getting just future draft capital I think that is a bit of concern, because how does that help your team? You're taking an all-pro off your team and you're adding essentially nothing for 2024. No, it's not even essentially. You're adding nothing. The only thing you're doing is subtracting an all-pro player from your offense. And I don't know. So I pose the question to you. If the 49ers were only able to get draft compensation in return for Brandon Aiyuk, how would you feel that? Would you consider that's the 49ers winning the trade, losing the trade? I want to know what you guys think about this. Let me know in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.